written out the bracket twice, that times that. And then you would use FOIL. Okay, first would give us x squared. Then we'd use outside x times 1 over x. That got some people last time. X times 1 over x is just 1. You can do that little sum dit here if it confuses you. X times 1 over x. That's x divided by x, which is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. That's f. Okay, that was the f. That's the o. And there's the I. And then there's the L. I is the inside, which would be 1 over x times x again. So it's 1 again. It's always going to be like that. And then finally, last, 1 over x times 1 over x, which is 1 over x squared. Okay, now the 1 plus the 1 are like terms, so we add them, and it becomes x squared plus 2 plus 1 over x squared. And so in general, if it is a perfect square, the first term is squared, x squared. The last term is squared, 1 over x squared. And it's, you say 2 times x times 1 over x. And if I would do that on the side, I'd say 2 times x times 1 over x. Once again, the x divides into the x and gives me 1. It's 2 times 1, 2. So that's the real shortcut. Square the first, square the last, twice the product of the two. Don't worry about it. It's absolutely fine to go through this whole process if you get it right. Okay. The shortcut is just very useful. So what the first step said, it said just simplify that. So we've done it. We've expanded the brackets, and we've got that. Now it says without determining the value of x, evaluate this, x squared plus 1 over x squared, if x plus 1 over x is equal to 5. B, in a way, is separate to A. So, x squared plus 1 over x squared. I need to evaluate that. What does evaluate mean? It means find the answer. What does this equal? Well, you see, here was the clue. You've just worked out there's an x squared, there's a 1 over x squared. And that's what you need to evaluate. So you had to simplify, and if you look, there's a similarity between what you have to work out and what you've just worked out. But there's also a difference, and that's this middle term. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to then go, what is x plus 1 over x equals 5? What is the value of x? How would I work? Well, what is the value of x squared plus 1 over x squared? You aren't given x squared plus 1 over x squared. You're just given x plus 1 over x. So how can I go from x plus 1 over x to x squared plus 1 over x squared? Square it. All right, good. So let's do that. So then you've got x plus 1 over x. Okay, but this is an equation. If we square that side of the equation, square the other side of the equation. Okay? I can do that. I haven't changed the value of my equation. But you've just done this already. You've already done the x plus a half, x plus 1 over x squared. Sorry, it even looks like a half to me. You've done that, and that's over there. So I just need to rewrite that because I've already worked it out. X squared plus 2 plus 1 over x squared. It's like one of those cooking shows, those old-fashioned cooking shows, where they said, oh, and here's one I made earlier. It's just like that. Here's what I made earlier. And that equals 25. Now, what did you have to evaluate? You had to evaluate x squared plus 1 over x squared. So let me rewrite that. X squared plus 1 over x squared. And I don't want the 2. So what must I do? Minus 2. It's an equation. Minus 2 from both sides. So x squared plus 1 over x squared is equal to 23. And there you go. You have evaluated x squared plus 1 over x squared.